Okay, good morning everybody. I'm probably towards the end of what has been a terribly unproductive dive so far. I've swam miles, I'm alone, it's cold, the water's not too bad. I'm back on one of my early burleys and I've actually just found a few good snapper down here. I'm not sure if they're still there, but I'm really just trying to get a feed, man. Yeah! You know how some days when you go diving or really do anything for that matter and you just have a shocker? You don't know why. There's no real explanation. You feel good. You're not tired. You're not nothing. You just don't do well. And in this case, dive like absolute shit. That's pretty much the footage you've just seen. A couple of days have passed. Really didn't know what to do. Didn't know if I was going to make a vlog this week because I've just had the absolute hammer down getting product ready. So what I'm going to do right now is going to go over a couple things with you. What's going on in here. I've got guns on the way. Just with a change in timber, I'm just having to work on some ballast options, which is new. I've basically what I would call tin-assed my way to this point so far and haven't really had to do anything in terms of ballast. Now I am. So it's all been a bit of a week of adding tiny numbers to parts of guns to find out what the hell's going on. Oh yeah, and skimboards, we're starting to stack some up, getting ready for summer. A lot of these are sort of to be primered blanks. We've got boards here that like these get laminated, formed. We've got some Formica. We've got loads of other Formica out there. You know, finished boards, more blanks, finished boards, finished wave boards, everything's there. This is the one room that I've been waiting a long time for and I'm very excited about. Doesn't look like much to you guys, but it's the screen print room. And I've got some shirts, we've got some hoodies and stuff out there that I'm going to print. Working on some new print designs currently, and we've just ordered a couple of samples and I just need to pump a couple through the shop so get this gear running and hopefully get a bit of work. One more thing I've been learning too is yoga. I mean, look at this. I think especially as guys, I know it's mainly males who watch this channel. And as you get older, you lose a lot of your flexibility. I myself am not too bad, except for when it comes to like hip and groin. I mean, this is me sitting cross-legged. This is better than I was a month or two ago because I've been doing a hell of a lot of yoga, a hell of a lot of like hip stretches. You know, some of the flippant yoga shit, I just can't, like, look at that. There's things that the guy's like, up like this and he lies flat over that leg. I don't even know how my leg's meant to bend down there. So I've got a long way to go when it comes to practice. It's going to take what I'm picking. Look at that. That's just terrible. So that's something that I've got to work hard at, and I'm determined to work very hard at. I encourage pretty much everyone out there to work hard at mobility. I know no one does, and it's a very boneheaded approach with us males because we don't think it's necessary, but oh boy, I can tell you it is. Especially trying to perform, you know, like physical activities and sports at a higher level. I'm basically trying to lift my level of physical conditioning overall just so I can perform better day to day with all the sports I do and everything. And I kind of, you know, it feels great. It's the conditioning and just the longevity of being able to do it. I want to be able to do all this sort of stuff forever and feel good. So that's why I'm working hard on that. I talk a lot to people. I don't really touch on a lot here in vlogs, but I talk to a lot of people about like pushing yourself and doing things that makes you uncomfortable. I do a lot of that day to day. I really try to put emphasis on learning new skills and basically just pushing yourself deep into levels of uncomfort. So this weekend is going to be probably the biggest challenge probably in my life that I can think of. Yeah, it will be. We are running, it's a David Goggins inspired workout that I heard they did. We've modified it slightly to something that we feel we can do. What we're going to be doing starting Friday night, so a day or two after this goes up, we're going to be running 4 kilometers every 4 hours for 48 hours. Now, I've never run this far in my life. The furthest I've done is a half marathon. I run 18 Ks home from work every 2 weeks. So this is a completely different number, and it's a real challenge to push ourselves to new ground. I'm doing it with Steve, who I know through Thundercat. Well, I've known most of my life, but through Thundercat Racing, that's kind of our relationship now, and he's a good friend. So we're going to be back down in the Snells Beach area for the weekend. We're going to start running at like 7 o'clock Friday night, and go. You're going to be running every 4 hours. So each 4 hours you set off on a 4 kilometer run, and you just go through the weekend. So it's going to be basically a weekend of running, stretching, and eating. Right, so obviously touched on the print room earlier. We're most of the way through this print job, which is just sort of personal items as well as some youth shirts. For me, a lot of this stuff won't. Well, some of it will be for sale. I can touch on that as well. And like I mentioned, we're working on a few new images at the moment. So I just wanted some sample items. Like in particular, there's this hoodie here that was going to be purely just sample. You see royal blue, sort of a mixed print on there. Looks bloody awesome, really. Ooh, there we go. Last little youthy coming through. Youth tees. Got a few more of these now. Okay, so just to wrap up the video, we'll just touch base on you quickly as to what clothes we printed. Printed some sort of one-off stuff for Danny, obviously, because she's special, one needs special clothing. We can obviously always do any woman's stuff. What's this here? This is another singlet. We've got blue. Got this grey hoodie, which we printed blue on that, and actually looks pretty flippin' cool, to be honest. I actually probably prefer it in that than what I ended up printing. Couple long sleeve shirts for her as well, which of course we can do. These are youth colours, got these on sale, so these will be going to sort of groms around the place, hopefully. As I touched on earlier, this wasn't really a print run for sale stuff, as I'm going to do a little bit of rebranding. There is a couple of leftover grey hoods. Really, really nice hood with the Workless flamer on the back and the little one on the front. So if you're interested in something like that, they probably won't even be going online, so just feel free to flick me a message. And I got, of course, a blue one for myself. So that's it. I'm going to wrap up the video there. Obviously, it's a big week. It's going to be a slightly bit of a terrifying weekend coming up, but I'll try to keep you guys updated. We'll try and get some clips from it. That's what's happening all weekend. This weekend is we're essentially running, eating, and stretching. So that's it. I'm Sim Price. I'll see you at the beach.